Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. It is Thursday and it's a beautiful Thursday, Clyde.
Oh, Mona, it absolutely is. These are the days that we were looking for about 2 weeks ago when it was smoking hot outside.
You're right. And humid. And we're getting a little break today from the humidity. So, yay, I'm going outside, getting my vitamin D from the sun today.
Bingo. By the way, Mona, happy National Radio Day. You know, I was born at a time when people were talking about how important radio used to be. Do you remember those days?
I actually do. Clyde, okay, I have to tell you, I actually worked in radio when I was in college for one day. And let me tell you why it was only one day. Because I read the news. And so the guy, my very first time doing it, and the guy who I guess was producing, he, you know, I introed the story. So it was like, and so has the story. And he had, remember carts? There were carts that they would look like eight tracks. Yeah. They would put in, and those were kind of how you got your audio. Mm-hmm. And so he looked at me and he put in the track for the story, and then he looked at me and then, because nothing was happening, and I froze. I didn't know what to do. It was my first time. I froze, and eventually I just went to the next story. And that cured me of radio. I said, yeah, TV is for me.
Well, you know, we all got to start somewhere, Mona. We all do.
That's right. Well, you know what? Talking about throwback time, you know, we've got another throwback adventure for you that you can plan and rediscover a retro game of pinball right here in the Tri-State. It's Allie. She's here. Bump into the Pinball Garage.
Now, Brad, give us a little 411 about what Pinball Garage is.
So Pinball Garage is probably one of the Midwest's largest collection of classic pinball machines. We've got games from the 90s up until made just the past couple weeks. We've got some crazy ultra rare pinball machines. We actually have one that's the only place in the world you can play. And then
which one is that one?
It is called, it's right around the corner actually, it's called Legends of Valhalla. And we actually help manufacture it in our factory in the back. So we've got one of 6 in existence, and it's the only one that you can play on location somewhere.
Oh, you caught it. That's really good.
It wasn't intentional, but thank you.
And what we're sitting in now is actually just phase 1 of Pinball Garage. So we've already started phase 2. So currently we have around 30 pinball machines up front here. Pre-COVID, which we actually didn't open until the middle of COVID, so it's kind of crazy. But pre-COVID, we would have had about 40 in here, but with social distancing and spacing out games, we've took some machines away. When COVID ever ends, if it ever ends, then we're knocking on everything. We hope to put a few more games up front here. But right behind this part of the building, where the old garage bays were, we're actually doing a phase 2 with another 40 to 50 pinball machines, expanding the bar and putting a lot more seating. So there'll be table seating and more seating for folks to spread out and have a lot more games to play. At that point, we will be one of the larger pinball establishments in the country, which is pretty awesome. Now we mostly have newer games, like really high-end, fancy newer games. We've got games that are ultra rare and some that are just crazy expensive that a lot of places just don't break down and buy because there's so much.
What is then, what's the one thing that you want people to know just about Pinball Garage in general?
In general, I just want people to know that they can come here and have a blast. We've yet to have somebody leave feeling disappointed in any amount of tokens that they've bought or pinball they've played. We want families to know that their kids can come all the time. We want adults to know that they can come anytime and have a great drink. We've got like really good top shelf bourbons here, along with our 24 draft heads. So we carry a lot of local. Anybody that's working behind the counter here, if you have any questions about how to play pinball, if it's your first time, most people that work here absolutely love to play pinball, and they enjoy showing young people how to play. We've had 40 and 50-year-olds come in that have never played pinball before, which blew my mind, but it was super cool. I helped a lady that was probably in her 60s play her first game of pinball last week, and she was just tickled to death. And we enjoy pinball a lot, so we like watching other people have a good time playing pinball.
What's cool is, you know, you're not only passionate about the game, but you understand the mechanics behind it. So you know what? Get your fanny down here, get yourself a pack.
Yes.
With some tokens.
Perfect.
And come to Pinball Garage. Thanks,
Awesome.
Brad.
Thank you.
Looks like fun. To be or not to be, that is the question. From veteran to actor, Greg Hand of Cincinnati Curiosities introduces us to a highly accomplished Cincinnati standout, Powhatan Beatty. His story is truly a Cincinnati curiosity. Among the premier actors in Cincinnati during the 1880s was an exceptional man named Powhatan Beatty. His oratorical skills were legendary, and there were few Cincinnati benefits or charity shows that did not call upon Beatty to enliven the entertainment. In 1884, Beatty and a troupe of actors, including renowned elocutionist Henrietta Vinton Davis, performed in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. Now, at the time, it was rare to find a black man on the stage, and rarer still to find white people in the audience for a performance by African American performers. Beatty's performances in the title roles of Macbeth and Spartacus earned popular acclaim. Reviewers particularly noted that Beatty's powerful physique and rugged appearance suited his embodiment of Spartacus, the leader of a Roman slave rebellion, and they raved about his passionate delivery. In the nation's capital, Beatty was invited to a dinner organized to honor abolitionist and orator Frederick Douglass, along with some esteemed veterans of the Grand Army of the Republic. Beatty would have been right at home among this company because he was not only an accomplished thespian, he was himself a veteran and, in fact, a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. During the Civil War, Beatty helped organize the 127th Ohio Volunteer Infantry, an African-American unit. The 127th participated in some of the fiercest fighting as Union forces tried to capture Richmond, the capital of the Confederacy. During one battle, Beatty's 85-man regiment lost all but a dozen soldiers. Beatty, a sergeant, saw his unit's flag lying in the mud. Under heavy enemy fire, he ran back 600 feet to recover that flag, then rallied what was left of his unit to successfully attack and overcome the rebel fortification. General Benjamin Butler recommended Beatty for the Medal of Honor and then awarded him a silver medal of his own design. Colonel Giles Shurtleff attempted to promote Beatty to the rank of lieutenant, but the Army refused to accept an African-American officer and denied the request. Beatty, born in 1835, came to Cincinnati as a teenager and was apprenticed to Henry Boyd, a successful African-American furniture maker. Young Powhatan received a solid education under the guidance of abolitionist and educator Peter H. Clark. Beatty was active in Republican politics and was hired to manage two Republican social clubs, the Lincoln Club on Garfield Place and the Blaine Club on 8th Street. In addition to occasional tours as an actor, Beatty wrote a play about the end of slavery. When he died in 1916, the newspapers called Powhatan Beatty one of the old landmarks of Cincinnati, a celebrity known to everyone in town. And right now, I want to welcome back our good friend, Greg Hand. Greg, so good to have you here.
Always a pleasure.
So let me ask you, was Beatty's play on the end of slavery ever produced?
As near as I can tell, the play was not only not produced, but I don't think that it was replicated out of his manuscript. So I'm relatively certain that that play is totally lost. There's a long synopsis of it that appears in, of all places, an Indianapolis newspaper, which gives the impression that this would have been a cast of thousands and covering a lot of history, sort of a Gone with the Wind type of epic drama. But I can't find any evidence that there's a manuscript or a copy of the script in any library anywhere, which is a shame.
So how did Beatty, the furniture maker, become an actor in the first place?
This is at the crux of how Cincinnati related to African Americans. Cincinnati is a very southern town, especially around the time of the Civil War, and their traditions and their customs and their behavior was really antagonistic to the African American community. And so African Americans were very limited in their job prospects, and they were very limited in their educational opportunities. What happened with Beatty is he got an extremely good education, and in the course of that education impressed his teachers so much that word got around that this was a young man that you wanted to have at your benefit. And so it was really demand from the public, not just the African American public, but in many cases, the Cincinnati white public, that invited this guy off the lathe at this factory where he was making bedsteads. And he began to get this sort of side hustle going. And that's how it developed. And it was only on pure talent. This was not something where if he volunteered to become an actor, anybody would have allowed it. But by being invited by the cream of society to these benefit events, he was really able to build this second career.
If the Republicans had two social clubs, did Cincinnati's Democrats have a club?
You know, there's a common conversation these days about how hostile political discourse is in the United States these days. And what a lot of people don't realize is what's going on today is nothing like what went on in the 1880s, 1890s. Every political party had this social club, which was kind of like a gang hangout, where you got together, got branches from pine trees dripping with pitch, had these torchlight parades through the city where you would beat each other up when you met the opposition party. So yes, the Republicans had the Lincoln Club and they had the Blaine Club for the younger members. The Democrats had the Duckworth Club. And all of these organizations, plus a few minor political parties, would have these torchlight parades and very energetic meetings in the middle of the street.
All right, Greg, thanks as always for joining us again.
Well, thank you. Always glad to be here.
Coming up on Cincy Lifestyle, we continue to our retro theme today, and we're going to bring you to Pixel Base Alpha. Yes, it's a giant warehouse full of vintage treasures, and we're going to take you inside. Plus, it's time to stop hiding the wrinkles. Okay, I'm not doing a very good job of that, but you can get real results. We'll show you a product you can add to your skincare routine. You gotta see these before and after photos. They're fascinating. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Here's a question for you. Have you taken the Plexaderm 10-minute challenge to shrink your under-eye bags and wrinkles? Well, what is it, you ask? Well, watch the reactions of people after they saw the mirror after Plexaderm was applied in just 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, is that really me?
It's a facelift in a jar.
And we have Scott DeFalco here with us to share the secrets of this 10-minute challenge. Thank you, Scott, for talking to us.
Mona, hello from Los Angeles. And are you up for the challenge?
I am so up for the challenge. I've been looking forward to this interview. Yes, absolutely. So what is the 10-minute challenge? For people who may not know.
Well, Mona, you look great. You don't need Plexaderm, but I'm sure your viewers are ready for the challenge. And what I'm doing is I'm going all over the country virtually and telling people if they put Plexaderm's brand new rapid reduction serum on any problem area of their face and wait 10 minutes, that problem area is going to disappear within a few minutes, and the results are going to last up to 10 hours. You're seeing it on your screen right now with our time-lapse video of our new model, Georgine. I call her Sweet Georgine, Mona. She is the nicest lady you'll ever want to meet, and she took the challenge, and what we did is we targeted her problem areas around her eyes with the crow's feet, around her mouth with the laugh lines. Now, we sped this up to 20 seconds, but in real time, it was only a minute and a half. There are the results. They are incredible.
And these are untouched videos, right?
They are. My name is not David Copperfield, Mona. These are untouched, unedited, unaltered, and the results are unbelievable. And you're seeing it with the before and afters right now. It's men and women of all ages. They're literally gaining 10 to 20 years on their appearance after the first use. And the reason why this new serum is so effective is because we've added peptides and that magic buzzword ladies love, Mona, collagen to the formula. So when you're talking peptides and collagen, we're talking moisture and elasticity. So we're going to bind that water to your skin to give you that nice, youthful, glowing look as you're seeing on your screen, but inducing the collagen production for the elasticity. That's really a big deal, Mona, and that's why this product is working so quick, and our new serum is lasting longer. Our prior Cream Plus results were 6 to 8 hours. This brand new serum up to 10 hours.
So we're looking at some more videos, and you're saying this takes 10 minutes. And there is no surgery, no nothing, right?
Right, completely topical. One of the biggest advantages of Plexaderm, no painful injections or expensive doctor visits. And, you know, Mona, I tell people all the time, getting older is great. It really is. They usually laugh at me when I say that. But, you know, you're surviving life, you're conquering life. That's a big deal in this day and age. But fighting those key signs of aging, that are the issue as we get older. But with Plexaderm, we are making it simple because, like I said, it's completely topical. It's working in minutes. It's lasting for hours. And also, it's working with makeup.
All right. And you're saying it washes off at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, that's simple. You can wash it off with soap and water. Like I said, make it part of your daily routine in the morning. With the 10 hours with the results, that's going to get you through a whole work day or even a special event at night.
All right, that sounds good. You've got a great deal for us today. Tell us about it.
Oh, you bet I do. Our biggest discount ever. You and your viewers, Mona, can try Plexaderm now for only $14.95 plus free shipping. The best way to get that deal is to call the 1-800 number on your screen. There's also more information and updates at plexadermtrial.com.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for talking to us today. It sounds like a really great deal.
Thanks, Mona. If you enjoy finding a good deal and love the thrill of shopping vintage, have we got a place for you. Today, we're showing you the magic of Pixel Base Alpha Warehouse. But be warned, you just might walk out with more than what you were looking for.
It's so funny watching people walk in for the first time. It's like a sense of awe that they're like, oh my gosh, because they hear about it and they have this image kind of in their head of what it's going to be like, but they always say that they didn't realize it was this big and we had this much stuff.
Pixel Base Alpha Warehouse. It's 10,000 square feet of hand-picked vintage inventory in Lower Price Hill. The space is a combination of Amanda's brand, Sweet Dahlia Vintage, and Stu's brand, Pixel 19 Vintage.
Pine section going on right now with the reds.
Together, they supply a global clientele with styles ranging from the Elizabethan era up to the 90s.
Basically, we're not really looking for the granny style. We're looking for cool stuff that people are wearing right now. I love the older stuff, turn of the century, 20s through 30s, but you're not really finding that stuff too much in people's homes.
Super bedazzled. Kind of into it.
You know, honestly, every piece in here we picked for a reason. They each represent happiness to someone.
I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo right now.
Happiness for Amanda means prints and patterns. For Stu, it's vintage band tees, cool leathers, and the overall mission of sustainability. But 10,000 square feet of inventory doesn't just appear from happiness. It's been 30 years of living and breathing vintage. Stu spent a lot of time traveling east to west, utilizing every sourcing avenue. And now that they're established, the phone is ringing.
Because we are on such a large scale, primarily our vintage comes from private homes. We get into homes within a 300-mile radius. We come up first on the internet, and so people call us and Amanda goes or we go together and we purchase all the amazing stuff that they have, and sometimes almost the entirety of the content.
Brooks Brothers, tuck shirt, Jack.
It's literally the best part. Digging through attics and basements. Sometimes it's a little scary, but it's so
we love it.
Amanda and Stu dedicate close to 100 hours a week toward Pixel Base Alpha Warehouse, and their work hasn't gone unnoticed. They've caught the eyes of people and industries from all over the world, even costume designers for feature films. So as their popularity grows, so does the future of vintage and the company.
The future is to continue to grow. We're looking at some things right now, actually, and a couple things in the works that I don't want to mention. But we want to continue to live and breathe and offer this service to everyone, and everyone and anyone is always welcome. My vision is to stay small and stay local and continue to thrive and serve other people.
You know I'm in for that. All right. Well, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Facebook. You know, I was on Facebook just a couple days ago, and we have nearly every segment we've ever done. So you've got to like us and follow us right now at facebook.com/Cincy Lifestyle. We'll be right back.
Yes, there it is again. Low humidity today, clear skies, pleasantly cool, temps in the mid to upper 80s as we, I'm sorry, in the mid to upper 70s. More sunshine and highs in the low 80s, as we said before. I don't know why I keep coming back to that number, Mona, but I do. It feels good out there. Hey, coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, Cincinnati has a rich history of saloons, beer gardens, theaters, and churches. But the next time you're walking downtown, know that a lot of that history is right under your feet. And tomorrow we're going to explore what's underground.
And then we'll introduce you to a trendy new way of eating called grazing. Yes, you heard me right. A locally owned mother-daughter combo have brought this trend to the Queen City, and we're going to tell you all about it, Clyde.
Mona, nobody grazes like me, I can tell you that. Looking forward to that and a whole lot more. Thank you for joining us this morning. Be sure to check in with us as you have the occasion to do so, but always join us on Cincy Lifestyle. And as we always love to tell you, have a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.